Hey guys, it's Snobby Steven, and today I'm going to be doing a review on HomeFront. HomeFront just came out not that long ago. I had it pre-ordered, but then I canceled it because I started to hear a lot of bad things about it, so I wasn't too sure. So I held off for probably about a week until I heard some make sure it's a good game, heard some good reviews on it, and after that week I heard it was a pretty good game, so I went and picked it up. First impressions of the game: graphics weren't the best. The graphics weren't all there. It kind of looks like it's a little bit of a downgrade if you're a Call of Duty player as far as graphics go. But I do really like this game a lot, and it is because of how the shooting setup is. I feel it feels more realistic than the Call of Duty games. I really like how it shoots, and the accuracy, and just the sound and feeling you get out of it. I feel that the guns sound a little bit more realistic than they do in Call of Duty, especially when you're shooting. As far as the whole vehicle thing goes, a lot of people were kind of having second thoughts because it's going to be a big vehicle-based game. I actually don't see that many vehicles being used. I mean, yeah, people are using them every match and stuff, but I mean, it's not flooded with vehicles, and that's because you can't just select any vehicle you want and then you have it. You actually have to pay for it in XP that you earn throughout the match. And I thought that was a really good idea. It's so people just don't start spawning with tanks and planes and stuff and just ruin the whole first-person shooter concept. Another thing is you could see the red diamonds floating around people. I think that's a nice little thing. That's from you Battlefield players. You'll probably remember that from the Battlefield games. But I thought that was a little something nice too. And unlike Battlefield, where you just point and it marks them, in this you have to use a I can't remember what it's called, little flying droid, and then you have to mark them out with that, which I thought was a nice little thing. And then one thing that this thing tops Call of Duty is the 32 player multiplayer. That is something that I really enjoy. In this match, I am playing a 32 player match. The maps are big enough where it's not crowded and you're just dealing with spawning next to people, always in a firefight. And luckily in this you are not, which I like a lot. Another thing that I really like about this is you don't just spawn. You come in on a parachute and you land. Now as far as spawn points go, you kind of get random pick of the lot. Sometimes you'll spawn way out of the battle zone, and sometimes you'll spawn right next to an enemy. But either way, I still prefer it compared to the Call of Duty spawning. It seems a little bit more realistic to me. The one of the things that I really enjoy about this game is the whole, how do I want to say this here, is their leveling system. It's not, you don't level quite as quick as Call of Duty, because there's no prestiging or anything like that in this. I mean, I have quite a few hours. I probably have about 7 or 8 hours on this game trying it out, and I mean I'm barely level 20. But I like the leveling system. you can really take your time on it, or you can just spawn the cheapest vehicle and just use it to rack up points really quick, which I'll give a little review on how to level quickly in this game a little later on. But for now, I just wanted to give a general impression. And this game, I would definitely say is a game to buy. I've looked at reviews on this in the past, and a lot of people say they don't like it. I really don't see that. I actually think it's a really great game, and I enjoyed playing it a lot. There's a lot of times where I actually stopped playing Call of Duty so I could come play this game, because I like the whole setup quite a bit better. It's I mean, the graphics suck, but besides that, that's the only downfall in this game. Another thing I like too, as you can see in this match, is that it's kind of, you know, like a objective where you gotta capture the points. But once you capture the points, if you know you get that bar all the way full, then you move forward, and their team has to move back. So their team has the advantage as far as capturing them this time, because they're closer and we have to come across the map. And I really like that, because you're not always going to the same spot. They change it up. And I just think it's something different than what everything else has to offer, all the other games have. As you can see here, I spawned the chopper. It's like 2800 XP for this. It's pretty good as far as taking out people. I mean, you could just shoot missiles like crazy. The only problem you gotta worry about is people can take you down really quick. And you'll be able to see coming up here soon, I start a little chopper battle with this guy over here. I do end up losing though, after probably about a good minute and a half of us circling each other and just firing like there's no tomorrow. But you know, it's I just think the whole experience is a lot better. You know, Call of Duty, same old, same old. Every game's same. You know, they do little differences, but this definitely, you know, put it on a birthday list. Or, you know, if you don't believe me, you know, go rent it or something and try it. But I definitely, if you're a guy that likes, you know, Battlefield, Call of Duty, I definitely think HomeFront's a game for you. Along with the multiplayer, the campaign, I thought is very well put together. It's not very long, but I think the whole setup of it, as far as the storyline, is really good. I haven't beaten the campaign all the way yet, but I am, you know, I'm trying to get that done. But the online multiplayer is very addicting, so it can be hard to get yourself to play the campaign. But you know, thanks again, guys. This is my review on HomeFront. I hope you guys like it. If you do, like the video, subscribe. There'll be plenty more reviews and videos. Alright, thanks a lot, guys.